thought that houses were only haunted? Did it ever cross your mind that restaurants could be haunted too? Here's a look at some of the most haunted restaurants in the Philadelphia area.
Our journey begins at the historic City Tavern, located in the heart of Old City, Philadelphia. Built in 1773, City Tavern was an integral part of the founding of our great nation. Tragedy struck in 1854 when the tavern was burnt to the ground during a wedding, killing both the bride and the groom. Legend suggests that the bride is still wandering the tavern today.
There is a couple of stories actually. One of them is there is a bride that was died upstairs during one of the rehearsal wedding, and they do actually record that we have recently. He has a ghost in the back of one of the pictures.
The bride is not the only spirit locked inside the tavern. The ghost of a waiter stabbed in the fervor of a barroom duel is still seen setting a single table, the table where he took his final breath.
Say that his murderer didn't get persecuted for political reasons, and they say his soul is trapped in the place. When Mr. Steve, the owner, took over in 1994, they actually used to leave the tables on set, and they come in the next morning towards the site where the actual murder happened. They actually found the tables fully set. It's just this one particular table. There is actually a co-worker who also works here, and he reported seeing a ghost downstairs in Cognac Room at the end of the night. It's like a hologram figure just passing by very quick.
Though the ghosts do not seem to take a human form, their presence will continue to be felt for years to come. Our next haunted eatery is found in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Odette's Restaurant is located on Native American tribal land. This land was later taken over by European settlers and commercialized. Old tales reveal the story of a woman murdered on the premises. Recently, though, another death occurred on the property when a car accident took the lives of a reporter and her boyfriend, who were leaving the piano bar on a stormy evening. It is said that their presence is still felt through the restaurant.
I have never seen a ghost, but I have heard my name called. In the last couple of years, probably every staff member here has heard their name called, and we'll answer like yes, or what did you want, or, and there isn't anybody around. The other day, I heard from one of the owners about a murder here. It's something I had never heard before. I can tell you that at the piano bar, a man came in 2 to 3 weeks ago and said he had a feeling that there was a male ghost. We had not been talking about ghosts with him. It's the first I've heard about a male ghost. A woman that used to work here, Kathy, had seen in the bar area something nebulous, white, filmy, wiggly, at the table at the base of the stairs. Her feeling was female. Another woman by the name of Janet had gone into a cabaret room, 2 or 3 tables in. Nobody was behind her. She was approaching another table and something hit the back of her head and knocked her glasses off. She turned around, there was nothing there. We do have some staff members who are afraid to go to the 3rd floor. There doesn't seem to be any particular place that the ghost shows up, except these people who talk about things in the bar. I've had some interesting experiences, not at all sure if they were ghostly. And I think there's indeed a possibility that of us we call spirit might hang around somewhere, either to protect something, to pass on information. Angry, doesn't know how to get away. We don't know much about the life after this.
Though this restaurant is surrounded by much mystery, no one can deny a ghostly presence.
When I was first hired, I was told by the manager at the time that I shouldn't worry about little odd things that I might see happening around here, that we had a ghost.
Meet Emily, the mischievous little girl who inhabits Gresham Cottage Cafe, our final haunted eatery. The cottage was built in 1700 on land chartered by William Penn. It was the first house built in the historic Germantown area. The cafe opened in 1748 and has become a favorite among locals ever since. Though Emily has never been seen, she has become a part of the Gresham Cottage family.
There was a year when Halloween occurred at a full moon. Of course, most people know that Halloween is a time of year when the veil between the worlds is at its very thinnest. And sure enough, there were some really strange kinds of things that happened. This door, which was always locked, was found open one morning. Up in Emily's room, there was a room where all these noises seemed to occur regularly, and we called it Emily's room. It was a dining room at the time, and we had cups that were sitting over the cappuccino machine, and they didn't seem to just tumble over during that time period. It was almost as if they leaped over the computer that was right next to it and landed on the counter. It was just like Emily saying, "Hey, here I am, here I am."
She is a prankster who likes to play tricks on both employers and guests. While dining, a psychic felt her presence and determined her strong dislike of men.
When the construction workers were first here, they could see short shadows flitting around in the upstairs bedroom. And when they were down here working, they would hear thumps and bumps when they knew no one was around. It turns out that the construction workers were significantly affected by her in that they wouldn't come here. If somebody lost their tools, for example, they wouldn't come here and come and pick them back up. If they had to go upstairs, they'd go up in pairs. It's a funny picture of big burly construction workers being afraid of a little dancing girl ghost.
No one knows how Emily died, or why she still haunts the cottage, but she is welcome to stay as long as she pleases.
So next time you're at a restaurant, take a second look around, because those could be haunted too. Until next time, happy haunted dining.